Okay, welcome back everybody. So finally our plant incubator is more or less done, at least on the modeling side. Now we can start slapping on some decals. There are a few things we need to take care before that. First of all, we need to download this plugin. It's not really a plugin, it's just a set of like materials for decal machine that were made by PoM Studio. So this basically will allow us to efficiently use the the decal machine maps for like, very nice decals application, like without going insane. So you can just purchase it. I mean, it's like zero, but if you want to donate, like you can put like a couple dollars and show your thanks, because the materials are pretty intricate, I would say, and they work quite well. So it's very nice. There is a couple things we need to take care of before we can actually use this, but I will show you like really quickly. So once you've downloaded them, you can just extract them, and you can then open your content browser. We can go into materials, master materials. We can make here a new folder and call it DM shaders. DM stands for decal machine, obviously. And what we can do, so like if you open the folder, these are the instance materials. We don't want these. I'll explain you why in a second. So there are the preview maps as well. We don't need those either. Okay, so let's show them in the Explorer. We show like open the actual folder into the Explorer and just drop them in. So we open DM shaders. We have our master material for this is info, simple, and subset. Okay, so basically this is gonna be for the subset. So you have two materials. I mean, as in like the one that when you slap it on top, it's gonna take like and leach like the material that is underneath. You have the simple one. So this is one material, and then the info decals. So what we're interested in is in the subset. Now we create an instance. I'm not even gonna rename it, to be honest. We're gonna open it, and I'm gonna click on the maps. And now, if like you see, the material is broken, like it's not working already. And trust me, it's not because I didn't import the sample textures. It's messed up even if you import them. It just looks like this, okay? So if you tried to use it before, you probably had a headache because you were like, how come this doesn't work? And the reason why it doesn't work is because you have to mess about a little bit with the master material. And yeah, if you don't know how you should do it, then well, it's a problem. So anyway, we call this mi underscore subset. And what we do is, yeah, I'm gonna go in the instances, make a new folder, call it DM shaders. Inst. And yeah, to drop it in the inst subset. So as you can see now, well, it doesn't look like anything, right? It's just a standard texture, and it's basically telling us that the material is broken, which isn't good. So we have to open it, and yeah, it's gonna give us a bunch of errors, right? So we need to fix those errors. Color is fine, we can just leave it like that. But so these are the group masks, yeah. So the way to fix it is to literally just drop in a black one. So drop in a black placeholder. Ah, 1x1 EXR, perfect. Then we have the AO, same story. Now doesn't mean it's gonna like we're gonna have to check after if it worked, but normal one we can drop in a normal placeholder. So base flat and normal. That's fine. And emission, just a black one. Now if we apply it, okay, still has errors. Ah, height map. No, we can just put a gray. 127 gray. apply. Okay, and now theoretically that should work. Yeah. So now it's working. Okay, we have a proper parallax occlusion mapping working. As you can see, there is a height as well. It looks like actual geo, even though it isn't. It's just a flat plane. And yeah, that's something we can start working with. Fixing up the simple decals shader. So the height is gonna be the same story. We just grab a 127 gray. That's fine. The group masks, we just grab a black one. The normal map, we just grab a normal base flat normal. That's it. The simple one is pretty straightforward. Now for the last one, but not least one, because we'll also be using this one. So the base color, this takes in obviously the texture. We can, for now I'm gonna put a white placeholder. We'll see. Group masks just black. And we are done. Now the last thing that we need to do to finish our setup is to make instances of these materials. So this is gonna be simple. Actually, what the hell? Am I simple? Sorry, wrong keyboard setup. Simple. At least I think I call them like that. We'll check them out in a second. And this is gonna be the info. So mi info. Okay, let's go check them out. My info decals and my simple and my subset. Okay, great. So we have our setup. Everything is done and dandy. We just need to, when we have our maps, just go in here and slap on the maps and maybe, you know, fix a little bit of parallax settings. We'll see, but all in all, we're good. Now we can get into the interesting part and the fun part, which is gonna be making the decals and trim sheets for the asset. Cool, and we are back in Blender. Now I have multiple screens, but I will keep the asset into the pure ref on this window because, well, otherwise you won't see what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that you can see like where I'm looking at. We can then start planning the decals and carefully, like making them, you know, taking into account a few things I'm gonna be talking about. And I will remind you, for this you need decal machine. Okay, decal machine, it's the whole point of why I'm making this tutorial. Like there is a lot of videos out there that will show you like how to make regular decals also with decal machine, but there is nothing that literally shows you a comprehensive workflow for moving from Blender to Unreal Engine back and forth, especially working with Atlas's multiple decals. Like, look, this is gonna help you a ton, and it's gonna save you a ton of headache because I had to figure all this shit out by myself. It was annoying, and yeah, I don't want anybody to go through with that. So, like, it's just a massive headache. So I will spare you the headache. So what I would like to start with is most likely this. So this is a simple vent. This looks like a very simple vent with a few blades. And there's three of them, and we already made the inset here, so we don't need to, you know, do any geo like on the outside. We can just work on the geometry of these. Like we just make one, we just like array it twice, and we have our little vents here. So I mean, this seems pretty simple. I'm gonna put this on the side and start working on it. So I'm gonna make a new plane. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do edit mode and set it like ever so slightly, just like this. And then I'm just gonna, I wanna symmetrize. Fire apply. Okay, cool. So what I want is this line in the middle, yeah? So I'm gonna grab these two and just merge them, but I need these, yeah, these two edges. Why? Because now we're gonna merge these, and then we'll symmetrize on the other side. And there you go. Now I have these two long perimeter faces, and this one on the inside. So what this allows us to do, something very interesting, which is grab these vertices and just bevel them without creating 200 million connection points to these vertices. Like, so that's great. Now, before I do that, I'm going to let's see. Because this is an inset. Let me bring it back. This is an inset here on the outside. So there is like, this is another material. And then there is, you know, we can use this material on the outside here for the vents. So that's fine. But yeah, we'll definitely need to make a subset out of this. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this efficiently without going crazy. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward, to be honest. Yeah, this is actually pretty easy. Okay, so no, I'm gonna start by just grabbing these and just gonna go into top view, either numpad 7 or just by the way, so it's not gonna work anyway, but doesn't hurt to try. Okay, so I'm gonna bevel, so Control B and then V, and yeah, roughly it's like a bevel like this, more or less. By the way, when you make decals, do not be afraid to crank up those vertices or edges, like for stuff, as in like don't go skimpish on the geometry, because we'll bake it and it's not gonna matter later. Okay, it's just really important for baking. It has to look good, it has to look nice and smooth. Do not be skimpish with it, like just use it and abuse it. To be fair, I could have beveled it a little bit more. Something like that is good. Then what I want to do is I want to leave a little gap, something down this line, more or less. And I want to inset again, something like that. Yes. And then I want to, yeah, drop this a little bit. Something like this. And size it down. Actually, no, I don't want to size it down. I want to inset it again, slightly. Then just grab this edge loop on the outside and just dissolve. So you will see me doing this a lot. This is the reason that the decals are baked top to bottom, right? So if you have a straight edge, sorry, like a bunch of faces like going down and you don't see it, it's not slanted in any way, in the bake, once you go apply parallax, it's gonna look like shit. Like it has to, you have to see all of the geometry always, like when you're baking down, otherwise it's a problem. So it's good that we see this little, see these little faces here going inward, because when we bake, you know, like it's gonna be more information about the geometry and it's gonna bake correctly. So you always want to be doing that. So that part is done, and then we can inset again just a little bit, and then we easy and we just drop it. I reckon something like this will actually do. And once again, we can inset ever so slightly. Just grab these and delete. I mean, dissolve those. Okay, cool. Now, we need to do the same story here. So what I'm gonna do is that Control R, and I'm gonna put like a loop here. Then I'm gonna bevel it, just one, and do pretty much this. Now, with this selected, we're just gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it pretty low, something like that. We grab these two edges and we dissolve. See, and now we have a nice little inset on the outside. This is gonna be another matte. What we wanna do though is, first of all, we mark a sharp and we can bevel. And we're gonna use like a 10 segment bevel. It has to be pretty small because remember that we have this here. Now it's useful to have the inverted normals showing, because when you overshoot a bevel, you can clearly see it right away. Like, so otherwise you cannot really see it so fast. But with this, you can really see it really quickly. So a 10 segment bevel. Well, I actually guessed that. By the way, put the limit angle on weight, not normal. Sorry, yeah, not the limit method on weight and not on angle. And then, yeah, just drop it to 0 and crank it up ever so slightly, just like this. Okay, cool. Now I want this part actually to be way more beveled. So let's say this one we can actually, we could even make it cool and chamfer it. Wonder how it looks best. Let's see. Because I do like to chamfer stuff. Very sci-fi like. So yeah, that looks actually nice. We can bevel this. How does that look? That's actually pretty sweet. I might leave it like this. Yeah, I like it. Cool, let's leave it like that. Now, what's important is that all of the, stuff like this, where you have these kind of loops, like here, and it's flat. Now, this is curved, so these don't need to be marked as sharp, obviously, otherwise it's gonna look like this. Doesn't make any sense. Besides, it's gonna be beveled, so you don't want that. But wherever it's like this or this, or this, like you definitely want to have it marked as sharp, because then when you go, first of all, when you apply the bevel, it's gonna apply it, but also in terms of normals, they're not gonna look messed up, yeah. So everything has to look sharp and nice, like when you go bake it. So cool. We have our yeah, like our nice portion here. Mind you that this is another material. So what we need to do is grab this, control select up until we get to the bottom, increase the selection. Okay, we went a bit over. As you see, like we went to the bottom as well. So no, this is enough. Then we P separate selection. Cool. And then we can hide it 1 sec. So now what we can do, actually, yeah, I should have done it a bit differently. So we can just grab this edge and just delete it. Sorry, this edge, this group of faces, and just delete it. And now we can just drop this even further. Something like that. And then just merge it and unhide and cool. So what this just did is that now we have this, right, on the outside, and this is our is going to be our main material, the one that sticks to the to whatever is behind, and then we have this one on top. This is the subset. But now we have to make something else, which is the main material. You remember the blades, right? Now this is pretty straightforward because they're straight blades. They're not crazy complicated. So we're just gonna grab a. To be honest, even a cube will do here. We need to go crazy with it. So actually, that's fine. Maybe we're gonna make it a bit smaller, but I'm just gonna drop it on the z-axis. Yeah, that could do. Maybe a little bit on the x. Just. Well, it's not gonna matter so much on the x because we'll have it clip on the side a little bit, ever so slightly, but it's fine. So we'll rotate it on the x. Drop it a bit. I think we can rotate it some more. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that will do. Next up, we can, well, first of all, we can sharpen it and give it a little bit of a bevel, always with a 10, with a 10 segment. And yeah, drop it to 0, increase it a bit, and just grab this edge and give it a chamfer, I would say. Maybe rotate it slightly on the X. Yo, set on the X. Yeah, there is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blades. Okay, so let's just grab this and array it. not there. Ah, well, yeah, we did not apply the rotation and scale. Now I did. Remember, when you have troubles like that, let's say like now I rotated something, right? So I rotated this in several ways. Now, if you go into the item and you check C rotation, like the parameters, also the dimensions, they're all fucked. So when you start to apply arrays or whatever it is, it's gonna be screwed up, yeah. And even twist modifiers or whatever it is, and you're gonna wonder, oh, how come it's not working? Well, it's not working because you didn't apply the rotation and scale. So now that I did, it works perfectly fine. So I'm gonna overlap them almost on top of each other, as in like this is actually pretty good. So it should be 10. It doesn't need to be exactly identical, but that looks pretty good though. Yeah, I can work with that. Very nice. And well, technically we are done. We could add a little visual interest point. Also, what I like to do, by the way, is to always have two distinctive materials. So one for the main object and one for the offset, for the subset. We can now grab this, apply the array, done, and then we can just apply the bevel. Cool. And then we can do the same for this one. At least apply the bevel. You need to make sure everything is sharp, yeah? Mark the sharp at least. Now the bevel doesn't matter on this one because we're not merging it with anything else. And once we go bake it, it's gonna look fine. So we grab these two, we merge them. So now these two are gonna be one piece. Cool. We open machine, set up anti-aliasing, everything on max. So bake it at 124, anti-aliasing on max, AU on max. Don't bake emission because we don't have any. And that's it. So we grab to bake it, we grab the main material, then we grab the subset with shift. So now they're both selected. And you create subset decal. Then Blender is gonna freeze. Best advice I can give you is go do something else, but click on the window so to make it like white like this. And yeah, well, when it becomes responsive again, there you go, you got your decals. So enjoy. See you soon. Alright, cool, and we are done, and we have our beautiful subset decal here. So now we need to test it right away to see if everything is good. So what I normally do is that I just grab a cube, and then I grab also a quad sphere, increase subdivisions a little bit. And yeah, I'm gonna give them the dark material so that, but I'm gonna make it metallic. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the decal on top, so make sure you grabbed it. I duplicated, I just, okay, maybe I wanna increase the size a little bit because it's a bit small. Same for the cube. So G, and hold control, and just D, alt click on project, increase the amount, so like just drag it up, boom, slam it. Now it looks a bit weird because the clip start is really low for me. I'm just gonna put it on 1. Nice. That looks clean, son. There is an issue though. Like, look at this. Right? So let's adjust the parallax and just drop it to 0. Then we increase it slightly. So what's going on here? See if you can guess right. Look at the rest of the decal, yeah? So everything else, it's like parallaxing properly, but that edge. So what does that tell you? That basically tells you that that edge was not skewed correctly inward. Like, when I was baking this, like, let's go look at let's hide the decal, 1 sec. So if I go on top view, look. So if I go on, actually, let's hide this. So if I go on from the top view, yes, it is going inward slightly, but not a lot, okay? It's not going in a lot. So that, also we have a problem here. See? So we have a little corner here hanging out. Like, look, sometimes you bake stuff and you just look at it after and you're like, shit. Well, I messed this up, didn't I? It's okay. You can always fix it after. It's a bit annoying, but you can do it. So for this one, I mean, for the parts sticking out, it's not really a problem. This is not sticking out, so it's all good. But for this, I mean, technically this should look fine, but it does not. It's, yeah, it looks like it's just collapsing here. See, it's just straight up collapsing. Like if we grab it and just adjust the parallax and drop it to 0 and just start increasing it, well, it's just collapsing right away. It's not looking great, to be honest. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete it. And okay, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna hide this one and select this. Right, what I'm gonna do is Control L, and I'm just gonna separate this part. Then I'm gonna reactivate this. And what I wanna do now is grab our trusty box cutter. Then we can Operation Smart Apply. Cool. And then we can let it rejoin his brothers in glory. Fantastic. Now, for dealing with this edge, yeah, well, that kind of sucks. Also, this edge is kind of, no, this is not straight down. This is okay. But this one is problematic. Okay. It should not be messed up, but it kind of is for some reason. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna come down here and I'm gonna start control selecting everything until I get to the top. Actually, I could just literally, no, because then I select the other ones too. Forget about it. Just control select everything until you get to the last one. Okay, cool. Now delete the faces. We can just re-grab the whole edge loop, all of it. Make sure you did, so extrude it up. Yeah, okay, cool. So we go extrude it down up to like this point. Seems like there's a boolean here hanging out. Fuck off. So up to this point, and then we, yeah, create a face. Then we grab the bottom face, we inset it a little bit, just like that. And then we just grab this edge loop and dissolve. Now let's have a look at it from top. Yeah, now that has a little bit more game, right? Like, it's not bad. But yeah, no, that should be enough. I mean, if it doesn't work like that, I'm gonna be like, bro, like, what the hell? Okay, so let's resharpen. What I want to do though is grab all this and just separate it 1 second because I want to reapply the bevel. So I'm gonna bevel it up nice to 10 segments again. Something like this. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Then I want to apply the bevel. Nice and applied. Everything is sharp. Cool. And then I can just grab this, grab that. Control J. Looks good. And then just grab the bottom. Shift. Grab the top. Go back to machine. Everything is on max. And just create subset decal. Okay, and we're back and the bad boy is baked. So, once again, we're gonna grab the decal, duplicate it, and just apply it on our beautiful quad sphere. Look at that. Pretty boy. Now, adjust it on the parallax, slap it on 0, and just increase it ever so slightly. It's still giving me troubles on that edge. I mean, we don't need to really have it super deep. We can just have it like just a tiny little bit. Normally I don't. Jesus. Hello, Parallax? You good? Okay, just a little bit. Just like this is fine. And obviously we can adjust the subset as well. I mean, we don't need to. Actually, I don't even remember how to do it. I don't mess around. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. So yeah, that sucks. I accidentally inverted the selection, so this is not what you want to have. As you can clearly see, the subset is this. So I completely forgot that the subset is gonna be the thing that you select first. Apologies there. So if you want to do it correctly, you have to select the subset first and then select the outside. Absolute genius. So here we go, baking for the third time. Oh god. Yay, back after the third baking and hopefully the last. Ugh. So we'll duplicate it, apply it. Okay, and now we're gonna match. Nice. There we go. Done. That looks perfect. Cool, very cool. Now we're just gonna draw parallax. And then increase it ever so slightly, just a little bit. Okay, and we're good. Ugh, at last. Now we can save it. Add decal to the library. Okay, so I already have a few, but yeah, this is the tutorial library. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna slap it into tutorial. What name should we give it? Vent. Actually, pi underscore vent. So I know it's for the plant incubator. And not decal to library. Okay, good. So the first one is done. Now what's next? So up next we have this. Yeah, this can all be a geo. To be honest, this is really straightforward decal. Nothing insane, to be honest. So let's just select everything and delete. Right, I'm just gonna make a plane and I'm gonna size it on the X by 2, maybe. Maybe it's 1.5. Let's see. Hell, it's hard to tell. Might be 2. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna slap in a reference. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Just gonna delete it and redo it. So plane and SX. And I'm just gonna match. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So right, so what we're gonna do again is inset it, but before we do that, we're gonna apply rotation and scale. So we give it like a slight inset like this, and then just modifier apply. Once again, just grab the outside faces. F, just symmetrize. Other side. It's always so counterintuitive with symmetrize. Cool. Now first things first, we're gonna grab these vertices and bevel them up. Gonna give them a nice bevel like this. Let's be a bit generous with it. Okay. Then, so the way I see it is that there's like an inset here and it goes inwards slightly. It's hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure it's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, at least it's hard to say. I think so. Yeah, yeah. So what I'll do is that I'll inset slightly, just like this. And then I'm gonna inset it again. let's say about here, something down that line, and then I can just drop it. I'll drop it a bit, but not too much. Okay, cool. Now, from vertically, look how it looks. So if I go bake it, it's gonna look like this. Horrible. So we wanna grab this, inset it, just a little bit. Yeah, just about that, and then just GZ, and just that's it. That's that done. For this part, obviously, this we can just inset it a little bit, just a tiny little bit, and no, actually, I'm wondering if this even matters. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do it just to be safe in case it shows. And this part, well, this part we can chamfer it just a bit. Yeah, we can give that a chamfer, and then we can sharpen everything and just bevel it. Just slightly, like that. And give it a nice 10 segment bevel. That's what it looks like. Cool. Now, the inside part is actually black. And it's another color as well. So we need to, yeah, we need to do this a bit differently. So we can just grab this whole edge, press F, so we close it. Then with that face selected, we separate the selection. And now we can just, let's see. No, actually, no, I changed my mind. Hold on. So I'm gonna actually create an edge loop because I want it a bit lower. So the edge loop this, and this one we close it. It's inverted, it's fine, we'll fix it. We just separate the selection, select it, click the face, control shift N. Just shift N, by the way, not control. And then what we can do is that we can just inset this slightly. Yeah, we can just inset this a little bit, just like that. Cool, and bring it down just a little bit. Don't go too crazy. And then we just bevel it like that. Actually, I messed up. I shouldn't have inset it like that much. Just a little bit, just like this. Then GZ, bring it a little bit lower, and then bevel it up to something like this. Cool. Now we can sharpen. Yeah, that looks very similar to this, I gotta say. Yeah. Could run into some problem with this. It doesn't really have a lot of, as you can see, it's like a small, very, very small edge that we have as a leeway. Well, we could redo it, sure. It's gonna take us a second. It's fine. Okay, let's fix it up. So just inset. Let's inset it quite a bit this time because it drops quite deep. So we select this edge and just dissolve. Obviously, we have to get rid of get rid of this as well. Okay, cool. And then we create another edge loop. Let's make it here. Yeah. F. And we grab this face, separate selection. We select the face that we need. Okay, shift N. And just inset it slightly, like this. Yeah, in this case, actually, I might want to do it a bit differently because if we inset it and then just start beveling it, it's gonna, you'll see what I mean. So we inset it, drop it, and then start beveling it. Look, it's gonna overshoot, and that does not look good. So We're gonna inset it just slightly. Let's say like that. And then we're gonna scale it down. Now, obviously, it's gonna be a bit weird when we scale it down. We're gonna scale it then on the y-axis as well, so that it's a bit centered. That looks about right. And now we can drop it a little bit and bevel it. Sharpen. And I would say that looks pretty damn cool. Didn't sharpen anything, to be honest. We can just mark this as sharp, for sure. And maybe these as well. Let's see how it looks. No, without those. No, just the bottom face. We need that to be sharp. But everything else looks good. Okay, cool. So now we have these two. Yeah? So we select this one first. We don't need to apply any modifiers, by the way. In case we need to modify it later, it looks fine. And we're not anyway joining any geometry, so we don't need to. So we select this, and we select this. And we will create our subset decal. Okay, be back soon. Okay, I'm back. Decal is done baking. Let's take a look. Looks good. No weird artifacts showing for now. So we'll once again make our quad sphere because, to be honest, it's the best way of checking. No, I didn't want to make a new material. I hate you. Okay, cool. We're gonna put this one and duplicate this and just project. Damn, that looks nice. Okay, very cool. So we can match it, change the material. Nice. This is exactly what we wanted. So yeah, just adjust, drop the parallax to 0. And just adjust again, de-parallax, and just increase it until we begin to see some artifacts. Honestly, this is fine. Very, very nice. Cool. Another one down. So you can then click it, call it PI underscore, the hell do I know? PI underscore panel. Underscore 01, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what to name them, I swear. Okay, cool. Add it to the library. Now we can just select everything, get rid of everything. Then, next up, what can we do? Well, there is a very similar-ish one, which is this one, to be fair. We could be doing that one. There are these very, very simple circles. There's also this. Yeah, I mean, sure. I say we could do this one. Take a look at it from the front. So this looks like. Oh yeah, I know this what this looks like. Okay. So we'll create a plane. How surprising. Go into top view and we can scale it on the Y on 1.5. No, a bit less. Scale on Y 1.3. Yeah, that's more like it. We will apply rotation and scale, and as usual, go into edit mode, inset it just a little bit. Then we will mirror it on the other side. Once again, grab these, fuse them together, and just symmetrize. And cool. Then we grab the vertices once again, and we go bevel them up. This is beveled a lot, by the way. It's like this much. It's really beveled a ton, this one. It's crazy beveled. Yeah, I say this is enough. Probably. Yeah, it's enough. Actually, no, screw it. I'm gonna give it a little bit more, like that. Okay, cool. So what is happening here? So this is definitely a little bit different, as in it's this part is actually going inwards and it's being really heavily beveled. And then there is another one on the inside. Now it's not a different mat. Oh yeah, it is a different mat. Oof. Okay. So what we can do here, let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it down just a bit, like this much. Then I'm gonna inset it just slightly, like this much. Then select this other edge, dissolve it, and then we can bevel this like quite a lot by selecting both, by the way. And just bevel it almost to the edge, like this. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah. Now make sure you're not overshooting. Good. Now this is heavily beveled to that point. Yeah, then we can actually bevel again, but this time is just for the for the marked edges. By the way, limit to weight and make it 10, 10, 12 is fine, whatever. Uh, just like that. That's what it looks like. Now this part we can actually leave it like this. It's fine. But what I'm gonna do is that there is a bit of a big gap between this and the other material. So yeah, it's about this much gap. So that's fine. So I'm gonna then duplicate it, drop it down, separate the selection, grab this one. We go into edit mode, we can extrude it upwards. I want to match it though to the to the side. So making sure that I have actually, you know what? I just need vertex select. So I can just grab this GZ and control snap it to this vertex. So now they're exactly the same height, as you can see. Very good. Now we can just inset it slightly and just get rid of this edge. Let's just dissolve it. And then we can just bevel this up a little bit, just like that. Very nice. Now, we can sharpen it. That is overshooting. So let's just select everything and mark. And let's resharpen it again when this happens. Probably something was selected. If you have trouble like that, that you sharpen something and it looks like some wrong edge is selected, just make sure you just select everything, sharpen again, and then just get rid of it. So here's the thing though. These I do need them sharp. Yeah, so it's like beveling it and it's causing trouble. So we'll just reduce the bevel. I mean, select this, sharpen it also because we need them both sharpened. So actually, it was correct for once. Incredible. Now, what we need to do is that there is a, it's offsetted, like here, right? This hole, it's not centered. So what we can do at this point is inset. We just inset it a little bit, I would say. No, we'll inset it like that. Yeah, just inset it like that, and then we scale it down. Wait, let me see. Because it's spaced quite a bit from the outside. No, I'll do this manually, much better. So I'm gonna, select one, hold control, and select these. And then I'm gonna GX and just bring them closer. This. Then I'm gonna also shift select these two. And bring them closer to... Actually, no, wait. Didn't need to do it that much. GX. About that much is fine. And then I can just select the first one, control select all of the rest. And then GY. And that is fine. And then the bottom as well, but we're gonna give it a little bit more at the bottom. So GY and just like that. Yeah, and maybe reduce it here slightly. So GX and just reduce it. And now we can just grab this face. We can inset. Actually, let's just drop it. Just a tiny bit. Then we can inset it slightly. Just like that. And just, oh Jesus. Then just select the whole edge loop. Just get rid of it and then just bevel this up. And that is what it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. There is one thing that is a little bit different. So for some reason, this looks like it's actually chamfered. What? Like that? No, that can't be right. No, yeah, I think the whole this whole edge loop is chamfered. So we're gonna give it a nice chamfer. Yeah, cool. Just sharpen everything. Just bevel it, but yeah, we're gonna have to manually fix it a little bit. So, for example, these two, we can unmark them because they're causing trouble. Let's see. Everything else looks fine, to be honest. Maybe I'll mark these two as well for now. Yeah. So basically, we want to bevel just this. Yeah, we can then proceed to apply it and resharpen everything. Actually, that's get rid of all the sharpens and just resharpen. And nothing is selected, so we'll select them manually this time. Yeah, sometimes you're gonna have to do this. It's pretty annoying, I know, but it has to be done. So okay, then we will select this and this. Just mark a sharp. And I say this is it. Yeah, that's about it. Looks pretty much the same. Cool. Now we select the subset, then we shift select the other one, and everything is on max. Create subset decal. Nice. So this one's done baking as well, and we can apply it and take a look at it. So again, let's grab our quad sphere, move it, and just give it a matte. Grab the decal, duplicate it, just project it, bam. Now, that looks really good. By the way, you see me turning around, going in really close. This is to check if I see any artifacts. By the way, what helps is to drop the parallax on 0 to check for artifacts. And make sure you don't see any weird glitches, like and weird looking stuff onto the onto this surface, you know, like the very flat areas. Like you're gonna see it right away if there is something wrong with it, especially with the basic material that decal machine slaps onto the decals. Fine, let's match it, see what it looks like. Cool, cool. The subset is working as intended. And once again, we are done. So I saved it. We can leave the sphere, I think. Let's call this sample sphere. So that I delete everything else but that. Because every time I'm ending up redoing it. Let's just move it a bit more. Okay, cool. What else? So let's go back to pure ref. Well, we could literally make this. Or this, actually. Or these. Oh, there's so many things that could be done. Or these, to be fair. I mean, these and these are, I think, the same. It can easily be the same stuff. Oh, these are interesting. Let's make something with the mission. So, this one right here is just a circle, pretty much. It's nothing fancy. Yeah, like there is a little bit of a, I don't know, looks like a bit of a different material there though. Yeah. So this has a subset with emission. And nothing crazy. We can easily do this. Okay, so we make a new plane. We grab the circle and the knife, and we just control and click in the center. Just give it some space like this. Then just drop it. Now it created these connections, yeah? Like here and here. These are absolutely terrible. So we go into vertex view and let's check that these two are aligned with the center line, and they are. So what we're gonna do next is that we're just gonna symmetrize it, modifier apply, cool, grab the center part and merge it, and then we grab these, merge, merge. So what you wanna do now? I think it looks, yeah, it's right away beveled inwards of a lot also. So let's just, yeah, just inset it of quite a bit, drop it, about that much. And just grab the outer edge and really, bevel it. Just like that. Then, yeah. Yeah, then we grab this one, we inset it a little bit, and we just drop it. Inset, delete this. And we can then proceed to sharpen and bevel it at our leisure. Let's just grab this and make it 10. And yep, that's about it for this part. At least that's what it looks like to me. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Now that's good. Then, maybe we can actually just bring this back up a little bit. Yeah, just like that. Then we can grab this. Actually, you know what? Now let's make a loop cut. And then just merge it. I mean, as in like close it up. Then we grab this face, separate selection. Select the separation and shift N. And then we can inset it a little bit. About this much. And we can just drop it slightly. It's not a lot, like this much. Inset it again. Grab this edge loop, delete it. And well, it's already sharpened and beveled because it's the modifier from the previous one. Well, I'm gonna make it a bit more interesting. Just chamfer this instead of beveling it. Yeah. That's sweet. Okay, this is gonna be our subset. So that will be the subset. Maybe. No, yeah, that's good. Then we can, what we can do, this is the last thing. We just duplicate this again, separate the selection. And wait, shit, actually, no, we don't need to do that because for the emission, yeah, for the emission, actually, we don't need to do that. We can just make a new emissive material. At least that's how I remember it. Okay, we put it like on something like 10. And the color, let's make it bluish. Yep, about that much. Yeah. And then what we can do is that we can give this some material underneath. So this is the subset, remember? So we apply a material for the whole thing. Let's go into material view and select this face, add a new material. Don't remember which one was the emission. What was this one? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It's called Emmy. And then we assign it. And that's it. So now what all there is left to do is to grab the subset. By the way, why is it so jagged? Let's sharpen it. Yeah, that looked really weird for a second. So let's grab it, let's grab the other one. And this time we want to bake emission, okay? No need to bake bounce light. Right, and we are done. We can jump back into the editor, sorry, the material editor, and yeah, let's just duplicate it and project it. Clean, very nice. Now we can match it. Of course, check out the other material, but yeah, looks great. Okay, let's save it, and we call this. Where's the Decal machine? Call it PI circular underscore light. I hate when my keyboard switches. Light, okay. Add to library, delete everything but the sample sphere. Then we can do this little rectangle thing. I mean, this is like, what the hell? I mean, not even sure like what that is, but can make this easy peasy. So we will create a new plane. Once again, SX maybe 3. No, a little bit more, SX4. Yeah, that's fine. Once again, go back to the regular, to viewport shading. Inset it, and it's messed up. So we're gonna go back, apply rotation and scale. Inset it just a little bit, and just mirror it. Grab these, merge them together with F, symmetrize on the X. Good. Now, I'm gonna keep this very, very simple. I'm gonna inset it again, just a bit, like this. Drop it. Like that much. Inset it again. Delete this outer edge. Just sharpen, bevel. That's it. Give it a 10. This doesn't need a subset, by the way, so all we need to do really is to apply a material to it. Let's apply the black one. Cool. Then go into edit mode, select this face. We can maybe inset it a little bit more. And that's it. Just make a new material. I mean, like, edit a new material and assign it the emission. Let's make this like a 3. Yeah, that's it. Create simple decal, and we wait. Okay, I'm back, and it is done. Well, this is really big for the sphere, so let's make the sphere bigger. And yeah, let's duplicate it, apply it, blah blah blah. Very nice. Yeah, there's a little bit of pulling here, so we will adjust the parallax to 0 and just drop it, and that's good. Okay, very nice. That way we can fix the emission by doing this. See? Cool. Now, we can just save it. This is rectangle light, not circular. Add it to library and just delete everything but the sample sphere. What's next? I mean, out of the simple ones, there are these, which are pretty straightforward, which I believe are the same as these. No, they're a little bit different, actually. Because actually, these I don't understand if they're punched in or out. No, they're punched in, aren't they? Yeah. And these are definitely punched in. Yeah, I mean, these are easy to make. They look like that there's a little bit of a piece that is pushed out and then the rest is inwards. Like, this is a bit strange. Not sure how I feel about it. Yeah, I think it's like that. It's like part of it is out and then it's in. Well, let's make it once again plane, and we just go in top view. Let's go back to viewport shading. Alt W, just grab the circle and knife, make sure it's at 100 vertices. Control click from the center, This one we can bring it very close to the edge like this because there isn't much distance. Then we can modifier apply. Just get rid of this and just symmetrize. Now we grab this. We can inset it. Yeah, we can inset it just a little bit. Then what we can do is that we can create an edge loop here and just bevel it. Just one segment. Just a little bit. Then we GZ. Move it up. And then we can grab this face. Yeah, I'm thinking about, yeah, like let's just inset a bit, GZ, drop it about that much, and then just bevel it, and just increase the segments of a lot. Give that bad boy some love. Cool. Sharpen, bevel. Now we make it our usual 10. No, not Jesus. Segments, I meant. And make it weight. And just give it a bit of a slight bevel. This could do, but we could as well maybe increase it slightly. It's like this. Give it a bit of a bigger edge, you know? Wait, what? Did I just scale it on the X? I did. What? Accidental X scaling. Then this one we can reduce it slightly. Yeah, looks a bit more like it. Maybe reduce it even more. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a bit more like it. I think. Yeah. This looks good. Nothing else to do because literally like it's just no subset or anything. Just create simple decal and we're done. We have to see a bit if it's gonna look good because it might be a little bit deeper than that. Not sure, but yeah, it doesn't look that deep. It's just a little bit. So yeah, let's take a look. Cool. So that's done as well. We can now grab it, duplicate it, and slap it on top of our circle. Nice. Actually, grab the wrong one. Just gonna duplicate it and scale it just to see if it applies correctly when it's way bigger. It does. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Cool. Yeah. Now we can save this as well. So I'm gonna call this circle underscore indent. And add the library. And now we can move on to do something else. Let's see, we can either do this one or these ones. By the way, I've noticed that actually they might be a different material. So I'm not sure if it's ambient occlusion or if it's actually like a subset material. We'll treat it as a subset material. It's gonna pop out a bit more. I do not mind that. So maybe we can do these and these because they're pretty similar respectively. So yeah. Okay, first things first, we delete our cube as per Blender tradition. We make a plane and we can scale it on the Y of maybe 2. Yeah, I would say so. Then we apply our rotation and scale as per usual. Go in, inset this face slightly. I think it's a pretty hard edge, like where it is. Yeah, it's pretty hard edge on both, honestly. There isn't beveling going on. I think this is maybe a chamfer going on it. And this one's like poking out slightly. Cannot really tell as usual. Or maybe not. No, it's just going straight down. We'll give them both a little chamfer. But we will make them a little bit different because one is an inset material, the other one does not. So we symmetrize, grab these three and merge them with F. By the way, let me pop screencast keys. And then we symmetrize on the other side. Cool. Now, they're oval, right? You see here. So the way we can approach this is by simply just grabbing these four, beveling them, and do this pretty much. It might actually be a bit, yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's a little bit longer, I think, than what I originally thought. Yeah, let's redo it. Let's make a plane on the X, on the Y, actually of, so this was 2, so let's make it 3. Yeah, this might be, Jesus, this might be a bit better. Let's redo the same story. So we will apply rotation and scale, inset it a little bit, and just mirror it, grab these, and just symmetrize, and then let's take these vertices, go into top view, and let's bevel them up. Yeah, that's definitely better. Definitely better. Yeah. Okay, now we could let it reach the center like this and then merge by distance, or we could do this. Honestly, the best approach is to let them just merge in the middle. Then what we can do is we can select everything, hit merge by distance, and 2 vertices were removed, which were those 2 vertices. Now you need to do this because otherwise they're going to be overlapping apologies, overlapping vertices here, and they're going to cause trouble. So, oh, look at that, still overlapping. So now, you know, if we go to extrude, this will be considered as, see, 2 edges. Not good. So even though I merged by distance, some of them didn't get merged. So we'll actually just straight up collapse them at this point. So I'm gonna go into like X-ray and just merge that center, actually. Which did not seem to remove anything. Ah, well, it worked though. And then also these merge at center, and we should be done. Yeah, cool. Then we grab the face right here, and what we're gonna do with it, we're gonna EZ. Well, which one are we doing now though? Let's do this one first. It's easier. So EZ, we can inset it slightly as usual, delete this edge, and we give this a nice chamfer just a bit, grabbing both sides. Yep, just about like that. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's not really going in too much, so maybe a little bit further. Like, let's inset it slightly, like a bit more, and dissolve these edges, and yeah, and I think, no, not center camera. Then we can sharpen, bevel ever so slightly, just like this. Make sure we slam a nice 10 segment bevel on it. Said 10, okay. Not sure we want to bevel like also the bottom part. Yeah, we do. That looks like it's beveled actually, so just gonna grab it and give it a nice generous bevel at the bottom. Actually, you know what? We might want to do it even more like this. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Now this does not need to be a subset. So we can just go into Decal machine. First of all, let's just make a sphere in the meantime. Move GX scale. Then just select this and we put everything on max settings, no emission, bake simple decal. And as per usual in tradition, we wait and go do something else. See you soon. But this will be short because it's simple. And it's done. We're just gonna make a quick material. Pretty sure we don't have any. Yep. It's gonna make a quick material. And let's just make it dark and metallic. And yeah, that's it. We then go into our beautiful shading view. Yeah, viewport shading. I never remember the names, I swear. I'm disabled with this stuff. We project it. And obviously I think our view is way too... Yeah, better. What the hell? I think it's the sphere that is too low poly. Okay, I'm subdivided a little bit. And now it looks nice. Good. Now we can adjust the parallax a little bit. Just slam it back to 0. Look how much play we have with this parallax. Sweet. We can just increase it a little bit like this. Cool. Yeah, that looks very nice. So then we are just gonna save it. We can just call it oh god, oval simple one. You never know, might make more. And we just save it. And now we're gonna make the other version where it's actually, there's actually a different material on top of it. Just this. That one is a little bit shorter though. So maybe we're not gonna make it a 2, we're gonna make it a 1.5. So SY 1.5. Sorry, I made it 3, so SY 2.5. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter. Same story as always. It's first apply rotation scale, inset this much ish. Okay, exit and mirror it. Just grab these 3, not this one. Merge and symmetrize and grab these. Bevel. Cool. And then merge by distance. And just to be safe, we select this and it's 1 vert. And we select this and it's also 1 vert. Cool. So, I may have messed up. Wait. Yeah, there isn't really a lot of geometry actually. So I went a bit skimpish with this. I will redo it. I don't like it. So I'm gonna bevel, increase the geo a lot. Better. Cool, and then just merge by distance. 2 vertices removed. Good. That's good. And that is bad. There's more than 1 there for some reason. So we're gonna select, yeah, it's 2 verts, just collapse at center. Now there's only 1, and I think it's the same here as well. Collapse at center. Cool. So then we grab this face and we what? So I would say we can inset of quite a bit. No, actually, no, let's inset it to here. Yeah, then we inset it quite a bit. GZ, move it down. And then we can move this down a bit. It's like I made a chamfer basically. Just to tell you what's up. Let's get it a bit less. Move it up. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm gonna do it a bit better than this. I don't like it. Let's just straight up inset it off quite a bit. GZ, move it down. And just chamfer this instead. Nice thick chamfer. Cool. Now, what we want to do, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna create a loop cut here, select this face, control numpad plus to expand selection. Wait, did I duplicate it already? No. Okay, so duplicate it, slam it back, separate selection, grab this, solidify, modifier. The only thing I don't like is that it's gonna go up. We can fix this, it's not a problem, but it is a little bit annoying. Then we would go apply the solidifier, go into edit mode, grab this, GZ. What the hell? Is it matching rotation? No, cannot be. So why? It is matching rotation. What the fuck? Align rotation to target. Let's disable that because it's messing everything up. Hello? Ah, because it's face snap. Jesus. Okay. I didn't put vertex snap. My bad. Okay, now it's perfectly aligned. And then what we can do, we can just bevel this. See how that looks? Yeah, not too shabby. So chamfer there, bevel here, looks good. And yeah, we can just bevel this one as well. Sharpen. All looks good. We can mark this one as well. And then we can make sure that nothing is marked here. So we will sharpen and run a bevel. Like that. And then just give it a 10 segment. And we are good, I would say. Yes, very nice. Okay, cool. So now we can grab this one, shift select that one. We can then create a subset decal. Okay, and this is also done. So we can now jump into viewport shading and just grab the decal, project it, and let's adjust the parallax to 0, increase it slightly. Look at how much parallax we can give to this bad boy without deforming. That's crazy. Cool. Now let's just increase it slightly and we match. Sick. Ah, that looks pretty. Very nice. Cool. Delete it. And oval. Call this subset. Subset. O1. That's fine. And we add it to the library. And we then proceed to brutally delete everything. Wait, what's this cube? Let's call this sphere. You wonder why it's called cube? It's because that's actually a quad sphere, so it is technically a cube that has been subdivided. Right. What's next? These simple circles we can do. Maybe it's not a problem. It's pretty straightforward. We have this. This is interesting. This could be fun to make. Yeah, this could be fun. These are the same as literally the same as the other one that we worked on. This one, they're just squished a little bit. So we don't need to make a new one. We can just grab that one and squish it a bit. It's fine. We're almost done, to be honest. There isn't much more to do. Like there is this, the circle. What else? These. Yeah, these absolutely. Oh, and these. Okay, this is yeah. Oof. This is actually an interesting one. This is very. Yeah, this is more decals though. Like we can divide this into more pieces. Like this big one, and then this small one, and then this small one, and then 2 info decals on top. Oh, and this one as well. There is still quite a bit to do. All these also. Yeah, there's still quite a bit to do. Never mind. I thought I was almost done. Not even close. Right. So let's start with the circular ones first. Yeah. So we can just make one literally, and just work from there. Like array them and whatnot. So we go on top. We Just go into box cutter, grab the circle, grab the knife, control in the middle, and then we just straight up slice. Now, as you know, we need to symmetrize and just grab these two, merge them, and then just symmetrize on the other side. And then we grab the middle, just extrude it down. Not too much, like this much, I think it's fine. Then we can inset. Not too much, just a little bit, just like that. Dissolve the edges. And then I think we can just give this a light chamfer, just to break it up a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, not too much, otherwise we're gonna go, when we go bevel, we're gonna go get a conflict with the end edge. Theoretically, you can scale everything down, holding the... God damn it. Forgot to switch back to selection. Okay, we can just select everything S, Shift Z. So when we scale, you see it's gonna scale everything but on the Z axis. So we can go back on this, just select everything, S, Shift Z, and kind of scale it down. I think, wait, what was before? Like that? Okay, we're gonna scale it to this. So then we can grab this edge and just chamfer it. Cool. Can then sharpen, bevel. Like that is fine. We give it a 10 segment. And we're good. Super straightforward. Okay, this is also done. We're gonna proceed to slap it on the surface. Kaboom. Great. Let's drop the parallax. Oh, look how much we can increase the parallax. Look at that. Oh yeah, it is going a bit balloonies. So we're just gonna drop it and just increase it slightly. Good. Another one done. And now we can just call this circle underscore simple. Cool. What can we do now? Now we can do this. Yeah, this is a bit, I'm trying to figure out how it is. Looks like a simple handle kind of looking thing. Just going inward, and then there is this other color handle. Yeah. Yeah, this and this, though the subset is a different material. We might have to actually because some of them are like, they're gonna be on the, yeah, like the subset is gonna be shaded black, but the subset is gonna have to be shaded white. So the problem is that the material in Unreal, it's not gonna let us do that, like use two different colors for the subset, I think. And I'm pretty sure I can find a way, because if I remember right, the subset is using a simple color. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at it later. For now, we're gonna keep on going. And so we said we were gonna make this. So this is like a handle. This part is a bit thicker, which makes sense. It's like pretty much a rectangle. I think it's a, let's do it like this. So plane SX, I think it's a 2, probably, maybe even more. No, I think 2 is fine. Then we just go into edit, go back to this. We did not apply rotation and scale. We inset just a little bit. Usual preparation for this. Then we merge and we symmetrize and we are good. So how are we looking? So this looks like a bevel and this looks like a chamfer. So yeah, we can make it like that. It's not a problem. But so it just goes straight down, and then there is the subset. I mean, it looks like just like a handle or something. It's nothing crazy. So grab these two. We can bevel them. Just give it a nice and thick bevel like that. And then these two we grab them and we chamfer them like that. Is that how it is? Yeah, roughly. Okay, cool. Then we can grab everything and just bring it down about, I would say that much. We can then proceed to inset. And then grab this edge, delete it. Yeah, sharpen, bevel. We give this a nice little bevel, actually. I don't mind giving it a bit more than usual. And 10. In all fairness, we could just literally grab these 4 and just bevel them up like that. Yeah, that looks a bit better. That looks better. Okay, cool. Then next up, we can deal with the handle part. So there's a little bit of a gap, but it's almost flush. So we just grab this, duplicate, P selection, grab it, and Jesus, grab it, select all, EZ, and just, why is it aligning rotation? I hate you. Stop aligning rotation. I need to get rid of that. And just align it to the vertex. Cool. And then what we can do here is we can do a little inset, delete this edge, or rather dissolve. And now we are really close to start messing up the thing. So we gotta be a bit careful from here on out. So we can inset again, scale it down. And then what we can do, actually no, scale it up a little bit. Wait, let me check. Yeah. Actually, the sides are really small. It's okay like this. So then we can GY. Okay, let me go back up. GY and just do this. And for these vertices, what I want to do is GY and just make them a little bit thicker. Let's take a look. Yeah, something like that. If you want, you can also just grab these and scale them up. You know, it's not a problem. Just have to be careful. See, because like if you grab both and you want to be precise, you're gonna run into some trouble. So you have two options here. Either you do it on one side and then you just mirror it, or you grab both. And I think with individual origins it will work. Yeah. Personally, I prefer this approach perhaps, because otherwise then I have to go in and delete, dissolve the middle edge, which is a pain in the ass. Why did you not select all of them? Now it did. This side is missing one too. Let's just scale them back up. Ah, see? And now it's not aligned anymore. So then, I'm just gonna, yeah, it says I think it's unavoidable. Let's just GX and align, but I have to make this one the active one. Pretty sure. No, it still doesn't work. I'm just gonna kinda eyeball it by selecting all of them. Not sure if there is a way to do this right, but I'm gonna eyeball it for now. It's not really gonna matter in the end, but you know, the more I like to be precise. Normally, the more precise you are, the better. We mirror it to the other side, grab the middle one, dissolve it. Just grab this one, and we're just gonna extrude it down No, actually, you know what? Let's just, I can just delete that straight up. To be honest, I could have just deleted that to begin with. Yeah, because we're... Okay, let's do this. Let's duplicate it. P separate selection. Just bring this up, and just grab this. Control plus F to make it all one piece. Then we grab this one, EZ. So let's do it up so that we don't have to reverse it. We bring it down. Yeah, we're gonna use it as a cutter. So then we grab this one, Q, difference. Now, if I do that, we're gonna get some annoying issues, like see, like this one. I mean, also because bevel is on both, by the way. So we can get rid of the bevel for now, but still, if we go and we go operation smart apply, and you look at it, look at what it created, this abortion right here, right? So we don't like that. So what we want to do instead is this. I'll show you real quick so that when you do such operations, you know how to deal with it beforehand. So you have two options. You either cut it horizontally or vertically. And it's kind of easy to cut it vertically, to be honest, because let's just symmetrize and then just do difference, operations, smart apply. Delete this. Kaboom. See? No weird connections. Why? Because, well, Blender is gonna know, or rather, well, box cutter is gonna know with Blender that there is already connections here, so it's not gonna create any new ones. They're already supporting edges, which support the shape, and you don't need to go crazy about it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now proceed to grab this and slightly scale it down just a little bit. Scale it just everywhere and then on the y-axis, so it's a bit more proportional. This is fine. You can give this a chamfer if you want. Yeah, maybe by literally grabbing what's needed, not anything else. Thank you. Okay. Slight chamfer on this. And I'd say we're good. Sharpen. Bevel's already on. Just exit solo view. Yeah, I would say this can work. Cool. So we select this, we select that, and we create the subset decal. All right, done baking. Oh my god. Okay, no, yeah, I thought it was that I messed up for 1 second. So let's duplicate it and apply it. Boom. Obviously the parallax is something else. We gotta reduce it to 0 and then just increase it a little bit. That's fine. And then let's match it. Perfect. Looks good. Let's see if it looks similar. Yeah. It's good. Very nice. So now we can just save it as well. At this point, I don't even know what to call them anymore. I'm just gonna call it... Oh no, I messed up the nomenclature. What poor nomenclature, man. What did I even call it? What was it called? Plant incubator PI underscore handle underscore 01, because I know there is more than one. Okay, we add this to library, get rid of everything else, rid of subset. Okay, cool. And then what else is there to do? So we said that we were gonna do what? So this we can just reuse the one we just made. I think it's the same, or at least it's very similar. This big one, I'll do it after. Now we could do this one. So this one here looks like it's just one big inset like this. Then there is this handle and then this middle piece. I can make this look pretty interesting. I'm just gonna move it to the side so I can look at it. So make a plane. I think we can make this square. Or maybe slightly on the Y, like 1.3. No, it's too much. Wonder, I think we can actually get away with making it square. Nah, maybe I'll just scale it on the Y, 1.2, just a little bit. Apply rotation scale, inset. This we can just inset it a little bit, doesn't require much. Symmetrize. Symmetrize. Okay. So the top part is quite beveled heavily, like this. Roughly. Yep. And the bottom part is just, you can just chamfer it. It's not really chamfered there, but you can give it a slight chamfer like this. It's fine. And then I can just grab these and bevel them slightly. Just like that. Maybe a bit more than a 4. What? Okay. Yep. Now we grab this and we just slam it down on the Z. Maybe about this much. Inset. Delete this. Cool. And we can just grab this and just bevel it a bit because it is beveled. Cool. Sharpen. And that already looks nice. Then we gotta do the handle part on the inside. I think we can make this pretty straightforward. We just grab this, duplicate, drop it, P, separate selection. And I can see that this is not working anymore. Then we can grab the selection, just go enter edit mode. And then we can just can inset it slightly. Yeah, grab these faces and delete them. So we reduce it a little bit. There's a bit more of a gap. Don't mind that. And then we can just see if it's correctly. No, of course not. And then we can extrude it to the top, maybe. Yeah, let's just do that. Easy. And it's aligning. God, I hate you. GZ, and we'll just slam it here so it's perfectly aligned. Then what we can do is that we can inset it like such. Not too much, just a bit, because the sides are not really insetted too much. Don't worry about the bottom part that is messed up, it's fine. Yeah, I would inset it like this much, and then we grab these vertices. GY. Just bring them down like this, because it's bigger on that side. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I told you not to worry about this part because we're actually gonna grab all of these, like literally all of them, and just collapse them. Then we're gonna grab this one, X, and we're just gonna align it to this. That's it. Simple as that. Now we can just symmetrize it. So it does the same on the other side. It's already annoying me. Okay, good. Now what we want to do is we duplicate this, drop it, P, separate selection. We grab, hello. Okay, we grab this, we move it up, unhide this one, select this, Ctrl plus, F, merge. Great. So first let me check if, yeah, this is going straight down. So like I said many times, there's a big no-no. So let's reduce it slightly. Grab this and dissolve this edge. Very nice. Sharpen it. And we don't bevel for now. We unhide, however, this one. Then we just grab it, extrude it. Let's extrude it up. Yep. Let's extrude it up. And then we bring it down. we select this, control select, sorry, shift select the other one, difference. Actually, no, I have another idea. Hold on. Because we did this before, like, because it was going straight down. I have another idea about that. So don't, like, leave it that it goes straight down for now. Then we unhide this, right? Bring it up. Then bring it down. Shift select, difference. Cool, we hide the cutter. What we do now is we grab box cutter, grab box cutter. Yeah, to be honest, it's more like here. Yeah, something down that line. And this looks perfectly. This works perfectly for us. So what we're gonna do is operation smart apply, and then, if we look from up, we cannot even see it because, well, it's not insetted. So, well, there is an interesting cut there. So what we're gonna do, I didn't think about it before. We can just modify or apply, and it's gone because now it's running through the middle. Now we can grab these two faces, inset them slightly, just like that. Then we can just grab this big edge loop and dissolve it. And if we look from up, ta-da. Now there is one more thing we can and have to do. First of all, we can not add a camera. We can just sharpen and bevel slightly like that. Make it a 10 segment. And remember, set it to weight. Go into edit mode, grab these two, bevel them a lot, because this looks like it's really, really beveled from the picture. And that looks actually really nice. Good. We could make it a bit more interesting, by the way, and just grab this part, just GY. Sweet. Yeah, see, it's a little bit more inward. Looks really nice. And then the last thing, so we have this middle piece right here that you can see. This I'm gonna keep it very simple. Just gonna make a cube, scale it on the Z. Just bring it down. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do it precisely. So I'm just gonna grab this face, GZ, and slap it to that vertex. So like they're overlapping. Then this one GZ, but this one I don't want it to. Yeah, I don't want it to be aligned to anything else. I want it to be a little bit lower, so that's fine. Then just the SY, just reduce it. So I want it to almost be at the beginning of this handle part right here. Yeah, that looks about right, but maybe maybe a bit lower, like here. Yeah, that's fine. But I am gonna reduce it like here. Cool. And then go into edit mode and just SY, just a little bit. Yeah, just like that. And then just chamfer. Actually, I cannot tell if it's chamfered or beveled. Oh, this is what happens when you forget to apply rotation and scale. Even though this doesn't look so bad though. Funny. To be fair, we could just put it like this and bake it. Yeah, I think actually it's better like this. Don't worry if it clips in, like you don't have to worry about it, because remember that the baker just goes straight down. So if, you know, it bakes what it sees. So if it doesn't see weird artifacts, it's gonna be fine. This is actually fine. It's a little bit close here, you know, bit of a close call. We could move this ever so slightly to make it a bit more, to give it a bit of more way. Okay, that's not what I had in mind. What I had in mind was actually this, GX.
Yeah, no, not really. So maybe I move this down a little bit. You know what? Scale it down, move it down. Yeah, that's pretty much the same. Okay, I think it's fine like this, to be fair. It's gonna be a very small detail seen by a distance like this, so whatever. It's okay. But one important thing we need to do now is that, so both of these don't have any modifiers because this was beveled to hell. But I'll sharpen both and I need to join them because this is supposed to be all one material. So now this is beveled as well. Let's see. I think it's fine like this. And I can just grab the subset, shift, click the main, and then go to machine and create the subset decal. Good. And I will see you soon. Okay, and we are done with this one as well. So let's duplicate it, slap it on our sphere, and take a look at it. We're gonna match it. Is this a shading error? It is. Something is going on here that is not good, but everything else looks fine as far as I can tell. Obviously here as well. So let's go fix those two errors and then everything else is good. What's going on here? Overshooting bevel, obviously. So we can fix it by dropping the bevel. Yeah, no, this is okay. This is because these two edges are contributing to the bevel. Just gonna symmetrize it. And that should be it. And I can actually increase the bevel a little bit. Yeah, this is not good. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna apply the bevel. And then I'm gonna mark this as sharp. And I think that should fix it, because now this whole surface should be flat. So I'll symmetrize it on the other side. Yeah, now it should be good. The pain, brother. The pain. Okay, fine. Let's rebake it again. Okay, for the third and final time, let's hope we're done. Looks fine. Let's increase it. Slap it on top. It looks fine now. Cool. Good. All good. Now we can just drop the parallax and increase it a little bit. That's it. Match it. Sweet. That looks nice. Okay. Delete it and save this. This is PI handle 2. Cool. Now what can we work on? Okay. So plane. This one cannot be square. Okay, cool. Now SX. And we just scale to match. Oh, this is a lot actually. I'm not gonna delete it, I'm just gonna hide it for now. I'm gonna go back here, by rotation scale. So we inset more this time, screw this. Then symmetrize, actually symmetrize like this. Like that. And then we symmetrize. And then grab these, just merge them at last. Cool. And then just grab the knife. There. And then just modify apply again. Select these, join, join. Bevel this, just insert GZ. Okay, bevel. Yeah. If you want, now you can bevel it. It's gonna look like this though. Which is not the best, but it's not the worst either. So we could. It's just meh. Let's do it. Okay, and then here, this one, we chamfer it. Then we sharpen. Ooh, this is horrifying. Well, because I did not mark these as sharp. Yep, did not symmetrize. Cool, and bevel it. Now, see, this is why I always tell you to use weight and not to let it decide by itself, because see, now it's not beveling this. If I go in here and I put it on weight, there you go. Now we can just drop it and reapply it. Obviously, I see another problem. Pretty sure you see it as well. I'll take care of it in 1 sec. It's 10 segments, and here it's also not recognizing it, so we have to once again mark it. Now it's fine, as you can see. The geometry here is not too thick, but it's a very small detail, so it will have to do. Okay, then mark this one also, and should be fine. Yeah, and we can just create simple decal and wait again until it's done. Okay, that actually took way less than I thought it would take. Juicy. Don't go into orthographic view while looking at the decal from above. You're gonna get nightmares if the thing is not flat. Project it. Flatten out the parallax. I'm just gonna do it like this, and then just increase it slightly. Very nice. Ooh, nice geo. And yeah, that's it. So we got one more down. So this is pi underscore triangle. I'll put 0, 1. Actually, no, I'm gonna call this triangle underscore symmetrical. Numpad 7, I think SY 2. That's definitely too much. SY, not 12. Jesus. 1.5. That will definitely do. So apply rotation scale, inset. So I'm gonna make a very small inset. Like, I don't necessarily care too much because it's not that detailed there. Okay. Cool. Then the top. I'm actually wondering if it's, let me take a look at it. I think it's completely circular there. It is. Pain in the ass. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Good. Going X-ray, select everything, just 3 of them, and collapse. Cool. So that part is done. And the bottom we don't even need it, to be honest, because we're just gonna make it disappear into this. So we can just drop it. This is not so deep, I think. Just a little bit. Yep. Just drop it, inset. Dissolve the edges. At least that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. We could make this a little bit more interesting by grabbing this GY. That's a little bit more interesting. Just slide it. It's a very boring shape. I just sharpen and bevel. What did I do? Oh Jesus, I arrayed it. Rip. Okay. So bevel it ever so slightly. Go. Give it a 10 segments. That's it. Done. Make it. Done. And this is done. And let's take a look at it. It's clean as always. Hehe, always. I wish. Normally you actually have a look at them for half an hour, and then you see problems. No, not stretch, not stretch. I meant the parallax. Slam it down. And increase it slightly. So we can save it. Small detail. 1. Not snarl, not small. Cool. What else? Could be working on this. Or these. These are pretty complicated. Yeah, let's go for this one because this is a bit tougher to do. It looks like a square though. No, it's not. Never mind. It's a rectangle. We're gonna use the. Sorry about the noise, but the gardener doing stuff. Okay, I might close the window before I and you both get a stroke. I close the window. Hopefully you won't hear that anymore. Oh, I noticed I accidentally deleted my image. I need that. So let's bring this into focus like that. And yeah, it's a rectangle, so let's see how we can deal with it. It's too big, so goddamn. Seriously, I cannot change the origin point of this. This is insane. Like, brother, of course I cannot even access edit mode, but this is insane. Like, I cannot put the origin to 3D cursor. Well, there is a way I could do that. Too lazy to do that. Just might as well just do this. Well, I'll mute myself for a moment. So yeah, hopefully my gardener is done. I really hope so. So let's see what we can do here. We can probably just. Well, he's not done, but he's far away. Good. So we can just drop this down and just grab this and just bevel it harshly. Maybe we could inset this a little bit less. Let's see. Just gonna size it down, but a bit less, like that. Then drop it just a bit. Just now bevel it. Okay, cool. Much better. Then I think there's like a flat area. This is all very flat. This is higher up. And then it's another inset, and then it's a different material. Okay, so let's see. I'll inset a bit more. Just a tiny bit. Size it down. Just grab all this and move it up like here. Then grab the main face and just inset it slightly. And then just move it here. Yeah, wait, why did I? Yeah, because I'm dropping this, am I not? Indeed I am. Just gonna drop it quite a bit, just like this. I think at least that's what it looks like. It does. Grab this, I guess. We can duplicate it, drop it, P, separate selection. We can then just grab it, extrude. I swear I hate this thing. Okay, select vertex GZ and just slap it to this vertex right here. And then we can scale it down so that it looks like that. Yeah, like this is definitely gonna be super hard. So I'm gonna try it on one side first, and then I'll see if it works. So I'll unbevel. Yep. And then I'm just gonna bevel this. Actually, first I will symmetrize. Yeah, and then I will bevel it. Now, what we want to do is we want this part, but I want it to be very symmetrical. What I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna go. Hello, this is Nick from the future, coming to you with some wisdom. So, we were doing this shape right here. Yeah. So I've noticed that yes, there is like this big bevel, but there's also like these bevels. I mean, there is one at the bottom, which I think I did, but the one on top I didn't do it, and I just left it straight. But you can do this as well. I just somehow just ignored it, but if you want, you can get it done as well. So uh, we had a we had obviously the shape at the bottom. Now I just redid this, like just literally just this part here. I did not redo the outside, but it doesn't matter. So what we did was pretty much this, right? Like we created this bevel and left this one unbeveled, and then we just we just pretty much bevel these two. So you can do this two ways. If you bevel these two, you can do it that way, but then you have to grab this all the way around like that, right? And then just go on top view and you pretty much bevel it up, but you gotta be careful because you may overshoot here. Okay, so this is one way that you can do it, and then obviously you can grab the box cutter. I don't know why that was selected, and you can grab box cutter, and do the usual what we were doing exactly there. And yeah, like scaling it up or something like this. The other way we can do this is like this. So instead of beveling these from the get-go, we would first of all work on this. So we would first make this bevel, and then we could go on and actually work on this bevel. So by doing this, you don't risk the overshoot. So you could technically, bevel it too crazy. But yeah, you would get something like this. To be honest, I believe that the better way is to actually have this beveled first, like I did before. So you would have this beveled first, and then you would run this and do it like that. Careful not to overshoot. with this, yeah? So you can run it to something like that. But I mean, this is plenty. Like, it's plenty more than what you would actually need. So X-ray mode, grab the cut, and just slice. It's gonna slice to here, whatever. Doesn't matter. We'll symmetrize after. And then I'm gonna go into ever scroll, grab this, G, Z, and just drop it here. Then going into this, so we go into edit mode and we just reduce it. I don't know, is that how it is? I mean, it is bulged out slightly. It's just, I mean, how is this supposed to work? Like this? You. Maybe. At least it looks like that. Just not a fan, if I have to say. But whatever, I'll keep it. But what we want to do is we want to grab the top faces. So all these. Make sure you didn't grab the back ones and just scale it up. And scale it on the Y as well. So it creates a bit of a, see, like a little bit of surface for the camera from the top to bottom view that it's gonna capture it. Yeah, this is fine. So we can go into operations, smart apply, and just, yeah, we could bevel these, to be honest. And these maybe too. Or we could let the modifier take care of it. Yeah, I think it's fine. The modifier will bevel them slightly. And then we need another cut for these. So just thoroughly do this. Not that deep. So select it with ever scroll and come back up. I reckon something like that will do. Let's check it out. Smaller and more here. Yep, something like that. Now also, we will have to do some sort of similar story with this. So I can grab this in GY actually and bring it back. Because it is a bit like that in SX. Yep, and that's fine. Maybe I'll just size it down slightly. Yep. And just operation smart apply. Shift 1 to hide it. Bevel is too big. Oh, no, it's not the bevel actually. Tell you what, yeah, it's overlapping here. That's not good. Either we drop this a little further. Still one piece, yeah. Drop this further. And that's fine. And then we reduce the bevel a bit. Hide it. And now it looks good. Okay, so operation smart apply. And then I'm gonna go into edit mode, grab these two, bevel them a little bit. Like that. And just sharpen everything. Yep. Cool. All we can do is we got this, symmetrize. We need another little piece. This is going to be our subset. This is part of the main mat. So, yeah, we're going to need the cylinder here. Yeah. So we will make a cylinder. Let's make it 100 because we don't care. And we shade it smooth with sharpen. Rotate it on the Y, 90 degrees, scale down. And let's go position him here. Scale it down more. SX. Is that how it is? It's probably a bit smaller. But it's actually fine like this. Jesus, okay. Yeah, it should be a little bit smaller, but I actually like it like that. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So then we go into edit mode. We make a loop cut in the middle. Just bevel it out. Grab these two. Alt E. extrude faces along normals. And then we just grab these two loops, SX, and we just, okay, maybe first we apply rotation and scale, and then we chamfer them. And then we shade smooth again. Sharpen again, rather. Maybe a bit of a GX, SX, GX. Keep on moving them until they look good. That's fine. Yep. Then we grab this, P, separate selection, hide it. Grab these, F, and then we I would actually inset this. No, I'm just straight up gonna go inwards and inwards. We don't really need to do this, but it cures my OCD. Yeah. Reduce it slightly. That's it. Cool. So now we can grab these two, grab this one, Alt X, mirror it. Kaboom. Done. Okay, so now let's, this is actually, this is another instance of 3 materials, 1, 2, and 3. Yikes. So annoying. Okay, so maybe since these two are both light, we can make them the same. This one a different one, I guess. So yes. So let's just grab this and join. So now this should be all one. Yep. And this is the standalone. Cool. So we hide this. Click subset. I hate you sometimes, box cutter, I swear. So we grab this, shift, grab this, and we bake it. And done. So now we grab it, duplicate it, the usual thing, slap it on top. Obviously the parallax is deforming this a lot. Now we just drop it, increase it a little bit, check for artifacts. Well, this is some weird stuff here. There is some artifacting going on here. These lines, that's not good. I'm gonna have to fix that. But other than that, everything looks clean. Cool. So let's match. Let's check it out. Yeah, matching works perfectly. Oh, I forgot something. Look at this. It's missing the two thingies. Aye. Okay. So lines plus those. Okay. Gotcha. Rid of this. So these are part of the main mat. So we have to join them up. And of course they get exploded because they have a different... No, they don't even have a bevel. Ooh, okay. So let's give them one. Very small. 10 segment. Sharpen. Okay, so this is not considering this a bevel, so I'm gonna go into weight. Yeah. And I'll just apply it. Cool, it's all correctly beveled. This is beveled as well, but I'll drop it and redo it slightly. Cannot see anything from this. Okay. Bevel it slightly and just apply. Resharpen. Oh, this I need to sharpen. How come was this not sharpened? God knows. Cool. Theoretically, this should be sharpened too. And that's it. So now we can just merge. What about these lines then? Huh. Well, to be fair, we can just get rid of them. Like that. Stupid, but it works. It ain't stupid. Oh, so because it is sharpened already, so why would we care? All good. Now we can just, you know what? To make something like this a bit more interesting, we could literally just chamfer this. Like that. That looks nice. Yeah, I'll keep it. I like it. Sometimes I take artistic liberty for these kinds of things. Okay, let's just create the subset decal. Okay. Done. Let's reapply it and check it out. Okay, let's just drop the parallax. Those lines are gone. That looks all good to me. And let's just match. Great. Looks perfect. Very nice. Good. So we can save it now. Actually, I did not redo the parallax, so let's drop and increase slightly. That's too much. It's deforming here. Like that'll do. Cool. So we can call this what? Panel 3, add decal, and delete everything. And delete everything else here as well. Subset. And let's go back. These two are identical. So what are we missing? Well, we're missing this. This and this. I mean, this is pretty easy as well. It's just super easy. This one too. So let's just make those two real quick. Plane. Let's go on top. Back to get out of viewport shading and SX2. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. Then we will, as usual, inset. No, first apply rotation scale, inset a little bit. And just do this for okay. Now we're just gonna bevel these to the end of the world, like such. Oh, it's not clamping. Okay. Clamp overlap. And now we are just gonna merge by distance. That work? Yes. Yep. Okay. So this one goes outwards. It's not an inward decal. This is an outward decal. So yeah, at least it looks like it. Definitely, yeah. Actually, it goes inward slightly, then outward. I cannot tell. This looks like it goes inward a little bit. See this darker area here? Might actually be interesting if it goes inward a little bit. Yeah, let's make it like that. Inward and then outward. I like it. So, like that. We then just, say, drop it. Maybe we grab this edge and just dissolve. Grab this edge and just, we can just chamfer it. Cool. Shade smooth, by the way. I mean, sharpen. And then see. Let's reduce this to here. And maybe a bit less. Yep. Now let's pop it up. Maybe a bit less. Like here. Just grab this and bevel it. No, before we do that, actually, let's insert this slightly. Grab this edge, dissolve. Is that enough? Probably. So then we grab this and just do this. Yep, that looks pretty good. And then we can do it to this as well. That should be enough. Well, it looks a little bit sharper from this angle. The top, but like this. Yes. And then bevel. Double check, make sure everything is fine now. And it appears to be. Is this marked correctly? Yeah. Okay, good. Now it should be fine. So let's create simple decal again. Okay, done baking again. Now it looks good. Duplicate, scale, and just project. Kill parallax. No, that's not parallax, that is. And wow, what? With zero parallax, it looks so weird. Looks like it's going inward rather than outward. What? So strange. Okay, this one we can give it a decent parallax. Good. Very nice. And then this one we can call it rubber bottom. Whatever. I don't know. I suck at naming these things. Don't judge me, please. So now that one's done, we got this one to do. I have half an idea of what that looks like, but okay. Yes, I think I have an idea. Let's try it out. So this looks like pretty long actually, so I'm gonna make a plane and scale it on the Y by 3. Maybe 3 is a bit much. Let's use our reference guide. Then we'll just SY. Yeah, like that. Let's just hide it. Apply rotation scale. And we begin doing the usual. Now, this side looks heavily beveled, this side does not. Yeah. So, I'm gonna grab this, bevel. This side, we're just going to chamfer it like that. And then these two, we bevel them. Okay. Then we can fuse these two. And, well, it's insetted, but let's drop it. I'll drop it like this much. Cool. Then I will inset a little bit. Obviously, as usual, delete this. Just dissolve it. But then these, I'm just gonna GX pull them in because that's what it looks like here. Yeah, maybe even the top ones. Top ones no, just these. These they look really pulled in. Sharpen, bevel, and 10 segments. Cool. Now this part, this is a bit different. I think the concept here is the same, but it's like on a slope, sort of. So let's see how we can do this. I think I'll just make a cube, honestly. I want to start from scratch here. Well, obviously first that. So this part, we chamfer it. Then scale it down. So what I would do here is this one, we bring it a bit more here. Like that. That's fine. And then we slice this part. Just extrude it up. And then this part, we just do this. At least that was my idea. Okay, something like this, but I think this can go down quite a bit. And this we can pull it a bit more here. This we can chamfer. And now we can do this. A little bit better. We can grab the top one, move it, and bevel it as well. Is that how it is? No, not the end part. At least I don't think so. We might chamfer it a bit. Too big. Let's more or less make it like the other one. No. It's too much. That is better. Although, now we need to deal with the fact that it goes straight down. Yeah, like that. It's not good. So, first of all, what the hell? Just mirror it. But, so, let's get rid of this. So, one easy fix would be to do this directly. Just inset. Yeah, the problem is, cannot just delete it now, can I? Let's see. Ah, you annoying little Well, I can, but that's not too terrible actually. Yeah, that one's should not be like that. So maybe I can merge these. This is an orphan. Oh. Oh, okay. Apologies. Yeah, I think this is not so bad. Okay, let's bevel these. Maybe these. It's a bit exaggerated, but I'm just testing. Yeah, that could work. Just bevel it a little less. Just, yeah. Yeah, that can work. Cool. Yeah. That can work. Slightly overlapping here. Oh. Oh, I see. Shit. And that's the problem of working with stuff that was not originally thought. I mean, it was not originally taken from the bottom shape. So you end up with stuff like this. So we have two options here. Either we reduce it or we don't care. And I'm going to try to reduce it. I don't hate it, but it's not how it is. The alternative is to literally do this. Does it have any modifiers? No. The alternative is to literally do this. And start from scratch. That's fine. Smart apply. Yo, what? Okay, let's just move it here. Ah, forgot a crucial thing here. So these two, god damn this middle line. So these two, they have to be moved back a bit. And then I can mess around with this. That is better. But now I'll grab everything and move them inwards. That, oh, that's much better. Okay. I accidentally skewed it a bit, so I'll redo it. Yep. Oh yeah, that's very good. Sharpen, bevel, crease to 10, and we're good. Let's see if everything is sharpened correctly. Seems to be. At least here. And also here. Now, do we leave this just as a regular bevel? Or do we chamfer it? I'm not sure chamfering this would be a good idea. Let's take a look. Actually, I dig it. Screw it. I take it back. Chamfering is better. Normally chamfering is the choice. I don't know, I really like chamfers. They look very elegant. Okay, finished baking. Oh, slightly screwed parallax. Increase the size. Down. Oh, what is this? Okay, this is a big problem. Okay. Back there. So what's going on? Oh, there you go. Unsharpened edge, of course. I think everything else is sharpened up. Did I just sharpen the wrong one? No. Yeah, everything else is sharp. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't sharpen stuff. That happens. Then you have to rebake everything. And we are done. Now, at first glance, it looks like we don't have any artifacts anymore. Let's reapply. And drop parallax. All good. Nice. Cool. Let's just increase parallax a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. There. Cool. Done. And we'll save this as a... don't ask me. I don't know. Handle. Suppose. Get rid of it. And everything else with it. Now I'm a little bit tired. I'm gonna stop here for now. But it's been a while, like solid 3 hours, 4 hours I've been doing this. So I'm gonna stop and we're gonna keep on going later. I encourage you to come to the Discord, to our very full of people Discord. It's literally just a bunch of us, but that's the thing, like this course is new and the Discord is like a bit old, but you know, I never really used it much. But for the course, I really wanted to use it because I want to see what you guys are up to. I want to see your progress. I want to see if you took some artistic liberties, maybe you had different ideas. Hey, maybe they were better than mine. I want to see them. Okay, so come on over, like click on the link in the description and post your artwork and share your progress. Like for now there is only, well, James that posted, but very nice. But yeah, I would like to see what you lot are working on and how it turns out. There is also a troubleshooting part, so in case you run into some trouble or you just have questions, you can just, you know, write them down in here and I'll answer as soon as I can. Anyway, keep up the good work and I'll see you in the next one.